Welcome back to Let's Play Undertale. We are in the depths of Alphys's lab, and we've learned a little bit about the experiments that Alphys did down here, and some of the creatures we've encountered down here. We also found an old series of tapes where we learned a little bit about Asgore and Toriel, as well as their child, Asriel, and the first human, who he, she, they, let's say they may not have been as altruistic as we had initially expected. We shall see if we learn more as we venture deeper still. And this here was actually, or I would at least say, is one of the keys, because they say 7 human souls will create a godlike being, but those human souls have to be within a monster vehicle. You would need a human, unless you could find something else. Oh dear. You're kinda hanging around. So, as with before, whatever this thing is, I'm gonna try checking you first just to see what happens. Alright, that's cool. Okay, so for this thing, what you want to do is you'll need to do 3 different commands. Pray. Mystify. You may recognize these lines of dialogue as well, and that is for effectively each one of the beings we'll be finding in here. It's most obvious with this one's eye, but it's a combination of several monsters we've met thus far. This is the same response that Frogget gave when we mystified it. Oh dear. And finally, pick on. Reaper Bird, so we actually have a name now? just stood there and took it. We even have a name. And with that, we can spare. That was slightly unpleasant. I've still got plenty of healing items, and I'm honestly tempted to use them, but I don't think the... I don't believe the save point in here actually heals you, because I saw no determination message. No, 20 out of 20. Alright, well, that's good to know. Let's continue on, then. There are a set number of enemies in here. You're not going to find random battles, so to say. Don't believe I have a blue key yet. Okay, so we're going to have to go in one of the other directions. We started by going up last time, so let's head up again. Let's head to the right this time. It's not intimidating at all. It's a lot of fans. Oh my. Come at me. Really? Oh, goodness me, I don't have it on me. This is... oh. This may resemble some kind of dog. What's interesting is you can even see silhouettes between its legs. I'm not sure exactly how many dogs this counts as, but you can either go through a rather lengthy series of act commands in order to pacify it, or you can throw a stick. I wanted to save the stick and use it here, but I've forgotten it somewhere. Yeah, it's just... Alright, I'll check it if I can get that far and still feel confident in the fact that I'm not going to die. So let's start with Beckon. Now that it's looking for affection, you want to pet it. Well, if it's doing that, it perhaps wants to play. Wish I knew what it was shooting at me. Well, it's rested down, so we should perhaps pet it. Well, we need you to continue to calm. I can hear dog music within it. I'm going to check it now that it's... But it seems happy. That didn't go as badly as I was expecting it to, thank heavens. Refill what little health I lost. I checked this, right? Oh yes, this is when we were going down a very bad path. We've been in here if memory serves. And we came in here and we went up. I checked that. Yeah, I checked that. Save point's blocking my way. Oh. You may actually recognize a few of the monsters here. Let's see here. For this one, you want to... lemon bread. You want to start by flexing. I suppose flexing makes sense. I can see a little of, his name escapes me. I don't think it actually matters, for this one anyway, I don't think it actually matters what order you do these three in. Oh. Let's go from there and hum. I can see some Shire in there. I would like to mention, for one, that this music is exceptionally reminiscent to Gygus. Very reminiscent of Gygus. Okay, and last but not least, we want to unhug. As that, whatever that jello mold looking thing was, appears to be making up its face. I'm sad to say. Oh, you can't check it. All right. The DT extraction machine. You're alright, Ascor. And this whole time, he's doing his best. He's just trying to be an alright guy. He's not trying to do anything, and neither is Alphys. Alphys was just trying to conduct a few experiments on, with the assistance of monsters that were effectively dead. And now Alphys is wrapped into whatever's going on here. Alright. Shaking refrigerator. Oh. I recognize some of you. This seems reminiscent of Winters a little. So, for this one, you really just need to joke. I'm not entirely sure you're attempting to attack me, or just that's the best you can manage. And I didn't even get a chance to mercy. There are, and you have to go at least a little bit out of your way to find them, but there are very sad stories concerning a number of these amalgamates. And that one, I believe, has an especially sad tale. So that's green. We picked up a blue key that we can put in somewhere. Perhaps it was back here. No, the blue key was further still. What I need is a yellow key, which I don't believe I have. So there is likely one more amalgamate somewhere. No, there wasn't anything here. Let me go see if I can't track down this last one. It took me a moment to realize, but next to each one of these was a small note with a hint, and the hint was actually to that specific key. Of which the hint for yellow was simply under sheets. So let's go plug this in and move along. I feel like we're nearly done down here. If we wanted to, we've got enough hints, at least, to put the full story together. But let's go through this door and see what becomes. This is an elevator, but I guess the elevator has 2 exits. Ah, that's right. At least now we can get in the elevator again. Or perhaps not. And believe me, Alphys, this is a lot bigger than just personal problems. I think this is something a lot of people would understand is difficult. So we know that part of the story, but we were missing a couple entries along the way. The one that came when that godlike Azrael came back. One of the flowers from the first human's hometown. And so determination was put into a flower. And I think that's about all we need to know. That was a very ominous ring. And now vines block us off from ever returning. I believe we can because we simply loaded our save. We went back in time to explore a different timeline. A timeline where we helped Alphys and made her feel a bit better about herself and her problems. And now we've gained her as a true friend. Is there perhaps there's not even a save point here? Ah. Until next time, everyone. I'm not sure if determined is a feeling that I should be right now.